Good evening to everyone. My name is Dickens ABONG'O. I'm a student of forensic science at Grand Canyon University. With me, I have a presentation and allow me to review a validation study of gas chromatography mass spectrometry method for illicit drug detection in blood. This brief presentation reviews a published validation study of gas chromatography-mass spectrometry as a method of detecting illicit drugs in blood samples, and thereby emphasizing the significance of validation in forensic laboratory practice. Welcome all, and I believe we are going to learn together. Let's begin by talking about the purpose of validation in forensic laboratory. Validation is required to confirm that an instrument or a method performs as intended. Inadequate validation can result in unreliable or legally contested outcomes. Therefore, the process of validation supports scientific credibility and legal defensibility within forensics. As an overview of this selected study, we see that this reviewed study is published in a Journal of Forensic Science in 2023, aimed to validate a novel gas chromatography mass spectrometry method for detecting illicit drugs in blood samples, as indicated on the slide. Let me share with you a description of validated methods. Gas chromatography mass spectrometry is widely used in drug analysis because of its high sensitivity and specificity. The validated method targeted several major classes of illicit drugs in blood samples. And through the validation, the parameters tested are listed here. So this study assessed key validation parameters, these including specificity, sensitivity, precision, accuracy, linearity, robustness, and sample stability. Each parameter is very critical to establishing the method's reliability. The importance of each test and quality management standards. You realize each validation test aligns with international standards such as the ISO 17025 and scientific working groups for forensic toxicology guidelines. And this all is important in ensuring compliance with quality management requirements. Uh, a summary of the validation result is that this validated method exhibited strong performance across all evaluated parameters, demonstrating high specificity, high sensitivity, and high reproducibility. So, as any other validation, there are gaps and limitations for this. So this study identifies several limitations as listed. Primarily, spiked samples were used rather than authentic case samples. The effect of variation in blood sample quality were not also evaluated, and therefore robustness testing was very limited in this particular study. So a recommendation for further validation was made that future validation studies should incorporate authentic forensic samples, evaluate a broader range of blood matrices, and involve multiple analysts and laboratories to confirm reproducibility and generalizability. I have given a tabular form of the summary of this analysis, where column 1 indicates a summary of the validation results. The middle column are just a few points about the analytical gaps and the limitations. Then the last column is about the recommendations for further validation. So, in conclusion, uh, method validation is fundamental to maintaining the integrity of forensic science. Although the reviewed study provides solid foundation, continued and expanded validation efforts are recommended. So thank you so much for lending your ear to this presentation. And all this was referenced from the references listed on this slide. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.